Today's 757 day that I'm here to learn. I'm learning how does it support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'll speak about working hard and being ambitious. Working hard and being ambitious. Most of life we used to believe that when you work hard, you're ambitious. If you work hard, you're ambitious. But I learned over the years that working hard is not equal being ambitious. Working hard is not equal being ambitious. Sometimes working hard is unequal. That means that when you're working very hard, you least ambitious person of all. And why is that? Because that means that you are willing to work very hard. You are willing to really work crazy hours, but you are not willing to be ambitious and yet get out of that position. Because at the end of the day, ambitious person is moving towards something. It's moving towards something. And that means that if you're not moving towards something, that means that you are not ambitious. You're just working hard. And I needed to change that. I needed to change the way how I look into my activities. Because a lot of times when we do a lot of motion, taking a lot of action, it's looking like we're running on a treadmill. We're not getting anywhere because we are not living ambitious life. So if you really want to those actions we take make sense and really take us somewhere, we need to start acting as an ambitious person rather than working hard. So today we'll share more 10 things that really how the working hard looks like and how really ambitious person looking into multiple things. So 10 things on how working hard person who's working hard, and a person who is ambitious. So let's get started. So first one is that person who is working hard is always focused on execution. Now, of course, I understand that a lot of times if you really want to be ambitious, you need to be working hard. So that means that you're able to be able to work hard, but you're not being able to be ambitious. But if you're ambitious, you need to work hard as well. But there is no such a thing that if you're working hard, you're ambitious. No. It's just if you are ambitious, then you will work hard. So the first one is that focus on execution. That is working hard. Number two, that's working hard is consistent effort. So you're consistently working on some kind of actions. Third is follow instructions diligently. So that means you know exactly step by step what you need to do. Number four is detail oriented. So when you're working hard, you know that every single detail matters and you detail oriented. Number five is reliable and dependable. In the business, it's very, very important to be reliable and dependable, and reliability and dependability is the things that business owners always value, and other people, like every single person, is supposed to value reliability and dependability. And when you know that you depend on someone, it's very, very, very strong. Number six is less driven by long-term goals. So person who is working hard is less driven by long-term goals. Number seven is may be content with current role. Number seven is may be content with current role. So that means you're working very hard and you're enjoying the work and you're not willing to say again, yeah, I'm able to do something else. Number eight is always focused on value for efficiency. So value by efficiency. So people who work very hard, they are always looking how to be more efficient and they still work very hard and efficient. Number nine is focused on task mastery. So they want you to look into, okay, what kind of tasks do I perform? And then, of course, master every single task to the expert level. So people who work very hard, they have masters at some task. Number 10 is may prefer stability. So they want stability. And that is one thing that people who work very, very hard complain that this is very hard. It takes a lot of time. But because they really love stability that this job provides them, they're willing to really work work those all long hours because they get stability. And you sacrifice everything in between just to get stability. So this is like 10 things that person who is working hard gets, and then what it has. Now, of course, there's more things when we think about working hard, but this is just a few foundational things. But you need to able to start to consider like what is that person who's working hard. And now let's look into 10 things that really what is an ambitious person, how he looks into multiple aspects. So number one is that ambitious person is goal oriented, goal and growth oriented. So that means, of course, that when you do some kind of execution, you have some goal in mind. You just don't execute without a goal. So when you have a goal, now you execute and you move towards that goal. You don't do actions blindly. Because you know that if you take actions blindly, most likely those actions will be multiple directions and will stand exactly the same spot all the time. Number two is strategic and visionary. So there's when you think about really planning, is very, very important. The plan is lined out step by step, what you will do, what kind of actions, what things you will execute. Now, working hard is very important to execute because you still need to work consistently, execute consistently. But now you need to understand that some tasks will be changing, some things will be changing, some steps will be changing to work because you have that huge vision and you know that you need to become the different person, you need to build different skill sets, and you're working towards that. Number three is initiate and take risks. And that is a huge one. Initiates and takes risks. So that means that our ambitious person is looking for ways how to take risks. They're looking for ways how you initiate things. Because business owners, they are initiators. People who really succeed in life, who are leaders, who pursue the best positions in employment or business, any kind of business, they initiate. So when was the last time that you initiated something? When last time that you made something happen and you pushed through? Not you didn't wait for someone else to initiate something, a meeting, event, training, course, book. Like what was the last time that you initiated? It required you to take some kind of sort risk. Because that is important. Because if there's no risk, most likely there's no reward as well. A big one reward. Number four is big picture thinker. Big picture thinker. Now, working hard is more focused on details. What I need to do today, now, to make sure that I move forward. While ambitious person is like have the big picture, and then of course then able to break that down and say, okay, what I need to do today to achieve this big picture is very, very important. Big picture is able to really focus on major things. Because you know that if you focus on details, you can miss major things because you start focusing on some minor things. But when you have that bigger picture in mind, you understand, okay, what is major things in my life at the moment, and focus on those major things that I could move forward in my life. Number five is consistently see growth. Consistently see growth. When you see growth, you improve, you get better, you improve your skills, you become more efficient, and you're able to do multiple things, different things. So that means if you used to do something for 2 hours, but now because it improves your skill, you're able to do the same thing in 1 hour. That means that you have 1 hour to allocate something else. If you have a skill and you used to make with that skill $100 or like $20 an hour, but now you're making $50 an hour, so $30 extra will be extra resources to invest and develop even more the skill set, so you're able to make $100 an hour, maybe $1,000 an hour, maybe $10,000 an hour, because it's very important that you constantly seek growth, constantly seek a way to improve your skill set, mindset, that you are able to get the most result in 1 hour of your work. Very powerful. Number six is driven by achievement. Ambitious person want to have some achievement. They want to have result. They want to have big wins under their belt. It could be anything. It could be any kind of win, but it needs to have some kind of win. Because if you don't have something to seek for, it's very hard for somebody to take action. Because I love saying that if you do not have a target, you will never hit the target. You will never hit the goal. So you need to have the target, because otherwise you will shoot nowhere, and you will. If you shoot for nothing, you will hit nothing. Number seven is seeks advancement and change. Seeks advancement and change. That means that we need to seek change. And we need to seek change in multiple areas of life, in exercise, in routine, in eating habits, in everything. Be able to improve, be able to change. And we need to seek it, not be afraid of it, but seek it. Because I could tell you that most people do not like change. including myself. Like it's very easy to really do the same thing over and over again. But now when you change, you need to really start to compartmentalize. You need to think it over. Does it make sense? But you understand that change is part of life, and it will never stop changing. It will never stop growing. Be able to accept faster and make decisions faster, and allows us to grow even and change and advance even faster. Number 8 is many challenge status quo. So that ambitious person challenge status quo. That means that if you are in one place, you said, okay, this is not what I want to settle for. And I will challenge that. I will challenge the way things are done. And I know that I'm an ambitious person, and I find a way. I will pivot things. I will find a way how to make this happen, because I'm not willing to settle for this. And when you're not willing to settle for a lot of things, what will happen? You will attract people. You will attract resources. You will attract things necessary that you could change the things that you are not willing to accept. It's very important to really, when you not to accept things, because I know that people live by accepting life, but the most important thing, what we really need to do in life, is designing our life. And when we design our life, we'll never settle for mediocrity. Number 9 is networking and influencing. That means that when you are an ambitious person and you really take actions and execute, you execute as a person who's working very hard, but at the same time you are very ambitious and you network, you influence people, because people are able to see how hard you work. Sometimes you're not able to really think about anything else, just work very hard. And when you do that, people are able to see how hard you work, and just by not saying anything, but by doing things right, you will influence people. And at the same time, you will be much easier to network because people trust that you will make things happen. And the last one is, number 10 is comfortable with uncertainty. Comfortable with uncertainty. And that is a huge difference between people who work hard, between people who really ambitious. Because people who work very hard, they really seek stability, while people who are ambitious seek uncertainty. It's a huge difference. So that means, of course, I understand that sometimes in life, when everything goes sideways, you want just a little bit of stability, that you have that foundational things. But in general, when you have like at least 90%, 99% is taken care of, and we need to always seek that uncertainty in some areas of our lives. Sometimes we're able to choose everything uncertain just in some seasons of life, and sometimes we're able to take less uncertainty. But this is part of being ambitious. And if you really want to be ambitious, some things will be uncertain. Some things will be not guaranteed. Some things will fail. And some things you will not be good at. That's why you need to challenge yourself. You need to improve in that. Yeah, yes. And I guess that's that one part of making mistakes, understanding that failure is part of success. If you didn't fail, you will not succeed. If you didn't fail, you will never succeed. And that's as an ambitious person understand that uncertainty leads to mistakes. And mistakes and failures leads to lessons. And lessons learns to improvement. And improvement leads to success. So without uncertainty, it's very hard to get success. So when you really want to start, okay, I want to be ambitious. I really want to pursue something meaningful. So let's start improving. Let's get more things uncertain. Let's find a way where you're able to be stretching your uncertainty. If you used to always seek stability, but now you want to pursue uncertainty, this is a skill. That means you're able to start to improve. So pursue something that you maybe a little bit uncertain, then a little bit more uncertain, then you uncertain a lot. Because that is a muscle and skill, and you're able to build it. And if you want to be ambitious, and you will be ambitious when you're willing to do that. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.